Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Please, if you can hear me, just let me know at the comment section. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, Sister Anita. Good afternoon, Sister Rosemary. Good afternoon, Sister Naomi. Good afternoon, Mr. Alice. Good afternoon, Sister Edith. Good afternoon, Sister Mebe. Good afternoon, I greet every one of you. Good afternoon. So please, if you can hear me, just let me know at the comment section that you can hear me so that we can proceed. Good afternoon, Mr. Monday. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Okay, I think Sister Rosemary said loud and clear. So it means she can hear me, and if she can hear me, that means people from Facebook can hear me, but I'm waiting to hear from people from YouTube to know if they can hear me or not. Good afternoon, my YouTube lovers. Good afternoon, if you can hear me. Okay, I think Sister Mebe said, yeah. I don't know if the yeah is yes, you can hear me, or we are here together. Okay, Sister Naomi said, I can hear you. So, okay, thank you, Sister Naomi. Good afternoon. Sister Edith, I can hear you. Okay. Okay, good afternoon once again. So if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Frank. Welcome to Driving School Tutorial. Today we are here to answer some questions together. So, before we do that, please, I want to let us know, should in case somebody call you to tell you that he or she is working for me, requesting for a particular code, please do not send that code without hearing from me, because I can never ask you to send a code from your device to me. So please do not forget to do that. Be very careful so that you don't fall in victim of being of losing your WhatsApp account, because people are there looking for people's WhatsApp accounts to hack. So that is why they are doing all this one, pretending to be a pastor from groups, pretending to be, admin of one or two, accounts. So in order to enable the hack into your account, so immediately you send them any password from your phone, you might end up losing that, WhatsApp account. So please, in order not to be a victim of such, do not send any account, any password to anybody without hearing from the admin of that particular WhatsApp group, whether your church group, your school group, whatsoever group. Call the person, the admin, directly. If you can, reach the person at the moment or directly, wait until you reach that person before sending any password or clicking on the link they ask you to click on. So please be very careful with that, because these people are really working hard to make sure that people lose their WhatsApp account. So thank you for that. Permit me to share this number one question with you. Okay, thank you, Steady, for that. So which says, il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la presenza di banchina cedevole. So what is your response to this question? As usual, if you are joining us for the first time, if you think the answer to this question is Vero, just go to the comment section and write, Vero. If you think it's Faso, yes, write Faso. If you still don't, understand what it means, it's not a problem. At the end of the day, I will always try my best to make sure I explain the question, to our own understanding. And if you have any question to ask, do not hesitate to leave your question at the comment section. If you also want to join our online tutorial via Zoom, please, you can also do that by reaching me through this number that I'm going to write now. And also, remember, you have 2 days of free tutorial. So the number is this. So that's the number, you know, you can reach me just like I said, you know, and my name is Frank, just like you know. So that's my name. Okay, so we already have some response. Somebody said number one, Vero, and somebody said Faso, somebody said Vero. That's from, you know, Facebook, and we have from YouTube. Good afternoon, Mr. John Gold. I said number one, Faso, and also we have Mr. Lucky, which said number one, Faso. We have, you know, number one, Faso from Sister Edith, Faso from Sister Faith, Faso from Sister Sophia. Okay, like I always tell us, getting this question right or wrong is not the problem. One thing I want us to understand is this. Understand why you get it right and why you get it wrong, so that on that day of your exam, if you come across a question like this, you don't have any reason to get it wrong. So that is the most important thing. And that is what you must understand from this tutorial. So for example, he said, y señale raffigurato preannuncia la presenza di banchina cedevole. Now, there are things we need to understand here. What is the name of this sign? What is banchina cedevole? And, you know, what is the sign that is supposed to be here? For example, you know, banchina itself, we need to know is this. From here, from this part of the road to this part of the road is called banchina. Sorry, it's called banchina. Now, this banchina here, apart from, you know, knowing this one to be banchina, we also have the type of banchina that is called banchina cedevole, which is, if you look here, you'll see a sign placed here to let you know that, you know, in 150 meters from here, let's say towards that ending, you approach banchina cedevole. You understand? So what is this banchina cedevole? This is the type of banchina that is weak. So they advise you not to go too close to this type of, that is what we are having here, banchina cedevole. So it can easily fall out. You understand? No, so it's not the type of banchina that can, you know, it's not the type of the quay side that can resist, you know, circulation. So they advise you to go, you know, shift away from it so that you don't take the risk of falling out of the road. You understand? So that is it. And now, the sign that we're having there, is it the right sign to pronounce this kind of danger? Absolutely not. Because this right sign to pronounce this kind of danger is what we are having here, which is this type of sign. You understand? So, but the one that they gave to us is the one that we just that I just showed us. This one, you understand? And what is the meaning of this sign? This sign is telling us to be very careful because we are having some unstable material on the floor. For example, if you look at this this type of road, you see we have some stones that can easily disperse. You understand? So the risk of this stone dispersing, they can break glasses, you know, all those kind of things. So that is what this sign is telling us. This sign is not telling us about any quay side that is weak or that can easily fall out. So that is why the answer is Faso. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la presenza di banchina cedevole. The answer is Faso. So that is the answer to question number one. So good afternoon, Sister Amaka. Good afternoon, Sister Sophia. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. So, good afternoon, Sister Blessing. Okay, so permit me to show the question number 2 to us, which says, in presenza del segnale raffigurato è necessario accelerare bruscamente in caso di pioggia. So, what is our response to this question number 2? Good afternoon, Mr. Victor. Good afternoon, Sister Bridget. Question number 2. I think we have a FASO, we have FASO. Okay, FASO. We have all FASO from YouTube. Good afternoon, Sister Esther. And also, we also have FASO from Facebook. Good afternoon, Sister Edith. So we have a FASO from Facebook, a FASO, okay. Good afternoon, Sister Vicky. Good afternoon, Mr. Roland. Good afternoon, Sister Maybe. So we're having FASO. Okay, now, what is this sign? Remember, there is something I didn't make mention of in that question number 1. So I will use this opportunity to make mention of that in this question number 2. If you look at the sign of question number 2 and the sign we have in question number 1, they are in a triangular form. When you look at the background, you see they have white background. Take note, any of this sign that is having this, that is in this shape, you understand, is called segnale di pericolo. And this sign is talking about that particular thing that is inside that sign. For example, if this sign, what they are having inside is me, the sign is talking about me and not my brother, not my sister, not any other thing that resembles me. So if, for example, they draw, for example, vehicle inside this sign, if they draw a car inside this sign, the sign is referring to a car. If they draw a bicycle inside this sign, is referring to a bicycle. If they draw motorcycle inside this sign, is referring to a motorcycle. If they draw animal inside this sign, is referring to that particular animal. So be very careful when you see this sign, and remember, it is placed 150 meters before where the danger is. So it is called segnale di pericolo, danger warning sign. So that is it. For example, this one is telling us that this sign is a sign, in the presence of this sign that, it is necessary for us to accelerate, sharply. No, because this sign is a sign that they placed to warn us about a road that is slippery, a slippery road, you understand? So it's, required us to be very careful, to pay attention, especially during rainfall, during snow and all those things, you understand? It advises you not to accelerate, sharply, not to make, a hazardous movement or, maneuver, you understand, because the road is slippery. So you can easily slip out of the road, especially during rainfall or snow, just like snow period, just like we have here, you understand? So it is not true that in the presence of this sign that we can make a very sharp, maneuver during rainfall. It is false, because if you look at the sign, the sign is already describing itself, telling you, be very careful. This is the type of road where you can easily, go out of the road. So in the presence of this sign, your attention is required. Also, it requires you to moderate your velocity, to drive with prudence, and not to accelerate, sharply. So the answer to this question is FASO. So let's move to the number 3 question, which says, il segnale raffigurato indica la velocità che si consiglia di non superare in condizioni ottimali di traffico. What is our response to this question number 3? Good afternoon, Mr. Destiny. Thank you, Sister Mebe, for encouraging everybody to like and share this video. Please, if you can like and share this video, I appreciate you for that. Sister Chichi, good afternoon. Mr. John, good afternoon. So please, are you watching from YouTube? Make sure you like and share it. Are you watching from Facebook? You can still do so, like and share it. And please don't forget, it is not only, nude videos that we need to promote. You understand? We can still promote things like this. Make it known to your friends. Some people are doing it secretly because they don't want their friends to know about it. It's not nice, you understand? So make it known to your friend, invite your friend to join. And also that is another way of you, encouraging me and also helping your friend as well, because I believe so many people out there, they need this thing, because getting the driving license here, even when you know how to drive already, they make it's very difficult because one, the language, the processes, is difficult, especially the language, you understand? So that is why we are doing this program to, to make sure at least the questions are exposed. Believe me, when I did mine, I was not having this opportunity. If I had, I believe I couldn't have been difficult as I find it then. So that is why please try and make sure you share it. Invite your friends, you understand, to join this program. Thank you, I appreciate you for that. So number 3 question said, il segnale raffigurato indica la velocità che si consiglia di non superare in condizioni ottimali di traffico. So, and we have Vero from YouTube. Okay. And we have one Faso, okay. And to Facebook, we have Faso. Good afternoon, Mr. John. Okay, that is from you, Facebook. Il segnale raffigurato indica la velocità che si consiglia di non superare in condizioni ottimali di traffico. Yes, this 60 that you have here in a 4-corner form with the blue background, it can be 60, it can be 100, it can be 120, it can be 90, it can be 30, it can be 20, it can be any number, that the owner of the road decided to, advise. It means that you are advised to drive in, in that velocity, you understand? Even when the road is in its, perfect condition, you understand? Perfect condition in the sense that the road is smooth, no traffic, too much traffic, no, everything is fine, you understand? No poor visibility, so everything is perfect, you understand? So it advises you not to go above this velocity, but understand something. If I decide to go above this speed limit, what will happen? Absolutely not. For example, if the maximum speed limit, maximum speed in this particular stretch of road is 90 kilometers per hour, and the owner of the road decided to place this value, advising me to run this speed, run below this speed, and I decided to maybe go above this speed, maybe 80 kilometers per hour or 190 kilometers per hour. Nothing is going to happen because it is not, something obligatory for me to, obey this sign. But if I decided to go above 90, in that case, something can happen because I disobey the general rules of that road, which, implies 90 kilometers per hour. So if I go above 60, nothing happens, you understand? Because this is not obligation sign. This is a recommended sign, a sign that recommends me to drive, below this, below this speed limit and not above it. But it is not, an obligation sign or a segnale di obbligo. It's called segnale di consiglio, you understand? So it advises me or it recommends a particular speed limit for me to drive, you understand? In that particular stretch of road, even in a perfect condition, you understand? So the answer is Vero. Please, if you have any question, do not hesitate to ask at the comment section, and thank you as you do so. So let's move to question number 4, which said, Durante la guida si devono usare gli occhiali da vista o lenti a contatto soltanto in caso di scarsa visibilità? What is our response to this question number 4? Okay. Please permit me to go, or okay, don't worry, I got your question, Sister Blessing. Let's wait for them to answer this question before I go to answer your question. So we have this question number 4 to answer. But before we answer this question number 4, or let me answer this question number 4 before going to the question our sister asked. This question number 4 said, durante la guida si devono usare gli occhiali da vista o le lenti a contatto soltanto in caso di scarsa visibilità. We have Faso from YouTube, we have Faso, okay. We have Faso, okay, I think from Facebook we're having Faso, we have one Vero, and Faso, just like that. Okay. Now, what this question is saying is this, that during driving, you need to use eye lens. For example, for those people, the reason why you have to do Vista Medica, the one we call, good afternoon, Mr. Izilo, the one we call doctor's report, you understand, medical report. The reason why you have to do that is for them to know, because this is not to mock anybody. There are some people who have a sight problem, you understand? Maybe they cannot see something that is far from them, or maybe they cannot see something that is too close to them. So depending on the situation of the distance. So for this reason, they will ask you to undergo an eye test. Now, when you undergo an eye test and they find out that you are this type of person that is having this kind of, maybe sight problem, so they will recommend an eyeglass for you to use during driving. Now, you are obliged to use this glass during driving. Whether you want to move your car from point A to point B, you are required to use it. You don't have any excuse not to use it. I just wanted to buy something in 2 minutes from here. It is not an excuse. You are obliged to use it. So the question is saying that you can only use it only during poor visibility. It's not true. You have to use it always. You understand? So take note, should in case they give you a license and it's written that you have to use your eyeglass, you must make sure that you always use your eyeglass. You understand? Anything that make you to sit on the steering seat, to sit inside on the steering and you want to drive, you must make sure you put on your eyeglass. Otherwise, you can be fined for that. So the answer to question number 4 is FASO. Now, our sister asked a question, Sister Blessing. She said, if sign number 3 is circle, what does it mean? Now, remember, I told us that this focal sign, this type of sign is called segnale di consiglio. So they advise you to drive this, below this speed limit. For example, according to the question our sister asked, should in case the question is in a round shape, what does it mean? It means that you are obliged to drive 60 kilometers per hour. In that case, it is called señale de obligo. You are obliged to drive 60 kilometers per hour in the sense that if you listen to my explanation very well, I told you when it's in a four-corner shape, even if in this case now I decide to drive 70 or 80 kilometers per hour, as long as I'm in, for example, Strada Estrabana Secundaria, which the maximum speed limit is 90 kilometers per hour, nothing will happen. No fine will come for me because it is a recommended sign. It is a sign that advised me to drive, that speed limit. But if the background is round, it becomes obligation for me to drive that speed limit. You understand? Which means in that particular road, I must drive from 60 kilometers and above. I cannot go below 60. So I must drive from 60 kilometers and above. That is what happens when you have it in a round shape. You understand? It means you are obliged to drive 60 kilometers and above. You understand? So take note of that one. And I believe that answered your question, Sister Blessing. Please, just give me 1 minute, please. Okay, welcome back. So that is it about question number 3 and 4. So let's move to question number 5, which said, il segnale raffigurato indica che bisogna obbligatoriamente dare precedenza ai bambini che attraversano. So what is our response to this question? Vero or falso? Question number 5. So question number 5, we have Vero, Vero from Facebook. Let's move to YouTube. We have Vero, we have Faso, we have Vero, we have Faso, we have Vero. Okay. Very good. Okay, we have Vero. Okay. Like I always tell us, if you get it wrong here, please know the reason why you get it wrong so that tomorrow you can get it right. You understand? Okay. There is something I want us to understand, like the question our sister asked, Sister Blessing. Sister Blessing asked, what if sign is that sign is in a round shape? Then I said, if it's in a round shape, it becomes señale de obligo. Now, this is what they put here. They said, obbligatoriamente dare precedenza a bambini che attraversano. In the first case, this is not segnale di precedenza. Sorry. This is not segnale di precedenza. I think using red here. So it's not segnale di precedenza, and it is not segnale di obbligo. So this sign, what is this sign? This sign is a sign placed at a bus stop where, for example, if you go and check where your children come down from the buses whenever they are coming from school, you will see this sign. You understand? So they place it there to call your attention over the possible encounter with children who just come down from the bus or trying to take the bus. You understand? So you know how children behave. Sometimes they might just come down from the bus and immediately run to the road, you understand? Want to cross the road, or because they saw the bus, even when you are going with them, they can just, you understand, run and want to take the bus. So it calls your attention over the possible encounter with children. It's not asking you to, it's not obliging you to give right of way to children that are crossing. This one, is pronouncing the bus stop where those children, where the bus can, drop them, you understand, and also pick them to go to school. But remember, that does not mean that if you see a child crossing the road, that you don't have to give that child a right of way, because this one is not obliging you, you understand? Of course, before this sign, before this bus stop, there is another sign, segnale di pericolo, which they are going to show to you to, also warn you over the possible encounter, you understand? And also remember, whenever you see anybody in the middle of the carriageway, whether that is attraversamento pedonale or not, you are, always to give that person right of way, you understand? So it's not true that maybe because you see these children and the question is not telling you that you are not obliged, or the question is telling you that you are not obliged to give them. No, the question is saying that this particular sign is not the sign that obliges you to give them right of way, you understand? This sign is placed at the bus stop, you understand? Just like here. So it is not the sign that obliges you to give them right of way, you understand? So it calls your attention over their possible occurrence. So the answer is fast. So now let's move to the next question, which is question number 6, which says, il segnale raffigurato indica di svoltare a destra per uscire dal centro abitato. So what is our answer to question number 6? Question number 6, we have falso, we have falso, we have vero, we have vero. Okay. We have vero, vero, vero. We have falso, 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 falso. We have falso, falso, falso. Okay, now there is something I want us to always do whenever we are answering questions. It is no doubt that there is no doubt that the language is really making the difference, you understand? But there is something I will always advise you to do. For example, I tell us, learn how to break questions in two before you combine it together to know what the question is talking about. Is segnale raffigurato, okay, is segnale raffigurato, what is the sign? That is to say, this sign refer to, okay. Indica di svoltare a destra, okay. It's indicating to turn right, then to go out of inhabited area. Now, if you are having something before you, are you going out of that thing or you are going into that thing? Obviously, you are going into that thing. Now, centro abitato, this one is the sign of centro abitato. Why this one is the sign of stazione dei treni, which is the train station. You understand? So remember, this sign is not obliging you for anything. It is an indication sign that is located inside inhabited area. That is why the background is white. Any sign that is the background is white is pronouncing a junction or an intersection that is located inside inhabited area. If the background is blue, it is outside inhabited area. But this one we're having white background is indicating an intersection that is located inside inhabited area. So it is not telling you to turn right in order to go out of centro abitato. It is telling you, hey, Mr. Frank, if you are going to centro, take the road by the right. If you are going to the train station, take the road by the right. If you are going to Soria, Napoli, continue straight. You will meet a road which is Strada Extraurbana Secondaria, SS, which is Strada Statale 32, Strada Statale 32. You understand? This is the name of the road that you are going to meet there. That is Strada Extraurbana Secondaria. But the sign itself is located inside inhabited area, inside centro, you understand? Inside city, living area, urban area. It's not telling me that turning left will make me or will exit me from from inhabited area. No, it is telling me. Remember, I said it is an indication sign. It is indicating to you. Let's, for example, before the use of this navigator, all those kind of things, these were the sign that we use to locate places. When you are going to places, you'll be looking for this sign and they help a lot. You understand? Even there are sometimes maybe navigator will still maybe not be the best option. Maybe, for example, your phone is down, something happened, those kind of this sign, and you want to go to Napoli. How do you know the road that you are going to take? Maybe when you are in Rome. So this is the sign that is going to help you to channel you the right direction to follow. So it is not telling me to turn left right in order to exit inhabited area. It is telling me if I'm going to Centro, take right, the road by the right. If I'm going to the train station, still take the road by the right. But if I'm going to Napoli, continue straight, I will meet a road that is called Strada Statale 32 that will lead me to Sora, Napoli. You understand? So the answer to this question is Faso, because this is the sign we have here. So the answer to the question is Faso. Il segnale raffigurato indica di svoltare a destra per uscire da centro abitato. It's not true. The answer is Faso. So please, like I said earlier, if you have question, you have anything you don't understand, do not hesitate to drop your question at the comment section. I will do my best to make sure I give you the right answer that you need. So let's proceed to question number 7, which says, il conducente di autoveicolo deve evitare deviazioni trasversali anche modeste. The proprio veicolo soprattutto in presenza di ciclomotoristi o ciclisti per evitarne la possibile caduta a terra. What is your response to this question? Or what are your response to this question number 7? Question number 7, what's our response? Okay, we are having Mr. Lucky, he said question number 7, vero. Mr. Isilio said vero, and then Sister Maka said vero, we have vero. Thank you, Awareness TV, for giving that awareness. Said, please let us thumb up on this video. If you can thumb up, I appreciate you if you can do so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're having vero. Everybody is saying vero. What if I said falso? Well, let us see what the answer to this question is. But before we know what the answer is, what is the question telling us? It said, il conducente di autoveicolo deve evitare deviazioni trasversali, anche modeste, del proprio veicolo, soprattutto in presenza di ciclomotoristi o ciclisti per evitarne la possibile caduta a terra. Now, there is something we should understand, when it comes to this answering of question or anything about road. Any question that is telling you to avoid the possibility of somebody falling down, the question is 80 to 90% vero, you understand? Except maybe the question is twisted in a way which I cannot explain now. For example, what is this question telling us? It said, a driver of a vehicle must avoid transverse diversion. You understand? Even when you try to do it in a modest way, you understand? Especially in the presence of more motorcycles, in order to avoid their, possibility to fall on the ground, the possibility of them to fall on the ground. So what is this question telling us? For example, there are some set of people, this vehicle here, where is it going? Maybe it's about to turn right. And what this vehicle, the driver of this vehicle will do, stay in this part and do this kind of maneuver is wrong. This is called transverse, scusa, how do they call it? Deviazione trasversali, you understand? So this is the type of deviazione trasversali that they are talking about, you understand? So you don't have to do it like this. It is dangerous, especially in the presence of a cyclist, a motorist or whosoever. It can even be pedestrian. It is dangerous for you to drive in this manner. How are you supposed to do it? You approach the right part of the carriageway, and you turn right without having issue with anybody. Should in case you have a motorist, before you, stay at the back of this motorist without overtaking that vehicle. Stay at the back. Then you carry out your maneuver without having issue. So that is why the answer to this question, which says il conducente di autoveicolo deve evitare deviazioni trasversali, anche modeste, del proprio veicolo, soprattutto in presenza di ciclomotoristi o ciclisti per evitarne la possibile caduta a terra, is vero. So let us move to question number 8. question number 8, which said, thank you, Mr. Sister Mebe, thank you for that. So question number 8, which says, la guida de un forestrada SUV, dotata di massa notevole e di altezza superiore alle autovetture, garantisce la massima sicurezza per gli occupanti del veicolo stesso e per gli altri utenti della strada. What is our response, or what are our response to this question number 8? Vero o falso? La guida di un fuoristrada dotata di massa notevole e di altezza superiore alle autovetture garantisce la massima sicurezza per gli occupanti del veicolo stesso e per gli altri utenti della strada. What is our response? Or what are our response to this question number 8? We are having vero. We're having vero, falso, falso. We're having falso. We're having falso. We're having falso, falso, falso. Okay. Okay, we're having vero. Okay, our sister said no answer. I like that because it shows that you answer questions that you are sure of. Very good. But in your exam day, do not leave question and say no answer, because it's just objective like this. I always tell us, sometimes in exam hall, when you are doing your exam, take note of this. You might just open your computer. The first question you will see, the question as in maybe the whole of your screen will almost cover. You don't know where to start from this question. You don't know where to end up. And we are talking about either question number 1 or question number 2 or number 3. That is your first 3 questions. So what I advise you to do is this. Please do not waste the whole of your time trying to know what this question means. Answer that question, you understand? Just anything that comes from your mind first, put it, whether vero or falso, and go ahead, you understand? Go ahead. Do not allow that question to kill your time, you understand? Somebody will ask me, should I come back to answer that question later? I don't advise to do so, because sometimes when you come back to answer question during your exam, that is where you change what's supposed to be vero to be falso, because most of all these questions, especially the falso, the first ones, they always look to be vero, to be true, you understand? So when you go there to check it again, that is when you'll be saying, it's like this thing is vero, it's like this, confusion will be taking place, you understand? But in order not for you to, for you not to exhaust what you have in your mind, just for one particular question, give any answer that comes to your mind to that particular question and proceed, so that you don't waste the whole of your 20 minutes in that one question. Don't forget, you are having 20 minutes to answer 30 questions. So if the number 1 question take 5 or 10 minutes away from it, you've already put yourself in a high jump, which I don't encourage you to do so. So, okay, I think Sister Amaka said exactly, sir, you are right. I hope I'm not talking about your past experience or the experience of somebody close to you. So thank you anyway. This question number 8 said, La guida de un fuoristrada SUV. What is fuoristrada? Fuoristrada is this type of vehicle, the ones we normally refer to Jeep, you understand? So they are called fuoristrada, you understand? It's not referring to only this make, you understand? It can be Volkswagen, it can be Mercedes, it can be whatsoever make, as long as it's, of this type, is called fuoristrada. So the question is saying, he said, la guida di un fuoristrada dotata di massa notevole. That is the driving of all this type of vehicle, G, that you with all those, notable mass and of a superior height respect to other vehicles, give you the assurance of a maximum safety for the passengers inside that vehicle and also to other, road users, which is not true. Because for the fact that you are driving Jeep, okay, yes, I understand that, Sister Blessing. For the fact that you are driving Jeep does not give you maximum, should I call it confidence of safety that, oh, okay, because I'm driving Jeep, we are more safe than people who are driving Fiat. No, yes, you are driving Jeep. You also need to abide to the rules and regulations of the road. You need to be careful when you need to be careful, not forgetting the fact that as long as you are sitting on that steering, you are supposed to be careful all through. You need to give right of way to whom you need to give right of way, you understand? So it is not true that because you are driving Jeep, okay, you said you were right, yes. It is not true that because you are driving Jeep, now you have a confidence, the people inside, they are more safe, secure. Should anything happen, I pray accident is not what we expected, is not our portion. Should accident happen, the way it's going to happen to that vehicle, that, Fiat Punto, is the same way it's still going to happen to Jeep, you understand? And moreover, when you are driving Jeep, you need to be even more careful, because one, especially in a city, I think we have a question like that, inside a city, because you find it more difficult to see vehicles or maybe people or something that is very close to you. Let's assume somebody park monopattino here, you understand, or here. Do you think the driver that is inside here, or let's even say more inside at the back, do you think this driver can be able to see it? The answer is no, because of the height and the shape or the way the vehicle is constructed, you understand? So it is not true that me driving Jeep, okay, in this case now, I now have more, safety, you understand, guaranteed safety than every other vehicles that are outside there or every other road users, you understand? So the answer is fast. Remember, like I said, if you are driving Jeep, you need to be, you need to increase your attention, especially when you are making some maneuver inside inhabited area. Maybe an urgent one, for example, you want to go out of parking space, so you need to be very careful, because in that case, you are driving something bigger, you understand? So, but it does not mean that you are more safe or that the passengers in that vehicle are more safe than the ones in another vehicle. So the answer is false. Let's move to question number 9. Do we have question in the house? Okay, I think Sister Mebe, you just I think that explanation serves you right. If not, okay, yes, it's my past experience. Okay, Sister Maka, don't worry. The next time it's not going to be like that, you understand? And I pray by the special grace of God this year, you must surely have that your license. And not only you, every other person that is here, by the special grace of God this year, you will have your license, so that by next year you forget everything that has to do with a quiz patente. So that is my prayer for you. But you also need to work hard, because it is not given, without your effort. So that is it. So question number 9 says, I conducente può limitarsi ad un controllo visivo è affrettato dall'area immediatamente antistante il veicolo, poiché il suo mezzo dispone per costruzione di un adeguato campo di visibilità. So, what is our response to this question? Question number 9. Okay, Sister Blessing already answered first. We are having first already. Mr. Lucky said Vero. Sister Chichi said Vero. Okay, very good. Very good. Sister Victoria said Vero. Sister Maka said Vero, Vero, Vero. We're having Vero, Vero, Vero from YouTube. Vero, Vero, Vero. We have only one fossil from Facebook. Okay, we have one Vero, one fossil from YouTube. Okay, Vero, Vero, fossil, fossil, Vero, Vero, fossil, fossil. Okay. Very good. Il conducente può limitarsi ad un controllo visivo affrettato. I understand the language is what is causing the whole thing. But please do me a favor. Any question, because sometimes if we just finish this explanation, some people will just relax, you understand? And the most ironic part is that some of you are having exam maybe on Monday, some of you are having on Tuesday, on Wednesday. You won't even bother to go and review all these things that we are doing. You won't write anything down, you understand? So then at the end, I was very annoyed when I saw, very angry when I saw a result of somebody, something I answered here on YouTube. Then I was doing only YouTube, you know, and not Facebook. This guy come across this question and couldn't even give the right answer. And I think if the guy was able to get that question right, that would have just been the end of the whole thing. You understand? So please, sometimes go and review all these videos. Review them. It's not true that you can be able to finish the whole thing because these are videos that are more than 1 hour. You understand? I had somebody one day complain of the videos are long, but this is live video, which I cannot just do them for 5 minutes. You understand? So it is you that you know the parts that you like, you want to watch, you understand? For example, sometimes the first 5 minutes, maybe you don't have anything to gain from there, the first few minutes, you understand? But when the questions start, you can watch them, continue to watch them just to get what you want, you understand? So that on your exam day, you won't find some questions difficult to answer. So that is by the way. Here it said, il conducente può limitarsi ad un controllo visivo affrettato. Let's even leave this affrettato, un controllo visivo. Do you know what that means? That's a driver. You can limit yourself from, that is control. A driver is impossible. Controllo visivo is, I watch, you understand? To watch out. You cannot limit yourself to watch out. Now, controllo visivo affrettato is when you immediately, something sharply, you understand? You just quickly take a look, you understand? For example, if you are driving, because according to poi in mezzo dispone di costruzione di adeguato campo di visivo. Now, what the question is saying, now, you can limit yourself from all those sharp view of different angles, because the vehicle that you are driving have an adequate view where you can just stay in one place and be seeing everything. It's not true. Inside the car, that is what you are just seeing now. You can see now that all these things, they're even obstructing you to view some parts that is close to you. Like this one is obstructing your view. This one is obstructing your view. The same we have here, the same that, so there are so many things that can obstruct your view. That is why, as a driver, you need to always have this kind of, you understand, view, especially maybe when you are approaching pedestrian crossing, when you are inside the city, you understand, you need to always, the view is not something of, oh, can I see it very well? This one is blue or black. No, it's a kind of, that is the word they use here. Let's go back. Visivo affrettato. I could look at it here. Let me cancel this thing so that we see it very well. So the kind of view that you are expected to have there is this visivo affrettato. You understand? So you need to have that sharp view of the area. You understand? The same thing when you are going making a reverse or U-turn. You understand? You need to always turn your neck. You understand? Sharply. You understand? So you cannot limit yourself to do that, because you are a driver. You need to be very careful. You need to give maximum attention to everything. Remember, you don't even have any right to key any to hit any. For example, animal, for example, you understand? So remember, these are small, you understand, living things. You don't have even, let's even assume a stone. Would you like to use your vehicle to hit a stone? You understand? Maybe when you know that it's going to damage your vehicle, you understand? So you must try to make sure you view all the area as much as possible, you understand, sharply, you understand, in order to avoid accident, you understand? So that is why the answer is FASO, because you cannot limit yourself to do such. So the answer is FASO. We have question number 10, which happens to be our last question of today, which says, in caso di ingorgo su strada extraurbana principale o autostrada, se la corsia di emergenza manca o non è sufficiente alla circolazione dei veicoli di polizia o di soccorso, il conducente del veicolo che occupa la prima corsia di destra deve disporsi il più vicino possibile alla striscia di sinistra. What is our response, or what are our response to this question number 10, which happens to be the last question that we are going to answer today before we call it ciao. Question number 10. We have Sister Amaka, which says vero. We have Sister Vicky, which says vero. Mr. Lucky says vero. We have good afternoon, Sister Lovett. You are just coming. So please don't forget to later go and check what we've done up to this hour, so that you don't mix out anything. Okay, Sister Blessing, you said today's question had small. That is what I'm trying to do, is to bring that difficult question that we want to give you to make you feel it under the AC, under your exam day. So that is where all these questions, you can see them like this, because coming with cheap questions, I think that we are not here for cheap questions. So we want some, we need to crack our brain, you understand, those difficult ones. So that is why you are seeing them like this. Okay, thank you, Sister Lovett. So we have a Vero from Sister Bridget. We have a Vero from Sister Rosemary. We have Vero from YouTube, and we have Faso. We have Faso, we have Faso, sorry, we have Vero, Okay, very good. I'm giving us sufficient time to be able to meditate on the question to see how it is. You understand? So these are questions, when you see them here, I don't expect you to get them wrong on your exam day, because you've seen it, the question is being explained, and you have every good reason to recognize the question on your exam day. So we have vero, we have faso, vero. Ok. In caso di ingorgo su strada extraurbana principale o autostrada, se la corsia di emergenza manca o non è sufficiente alla circolazione dei veicoli di polizia o di soccorso, il conducente del veicolo che occupa la prima corsia di destra deve disporsi il più vicino possibile alla striscia di sinistra. Now, this question is something that you need to know to ensure the safety of the road tomorrow, even when maybe after you've gotten your license, you are no longer interested in writing exam. You understand? What is this question telling us? For example, if you look at this road, this is autostrada, to be precise. You see, we have emergency lane. This emergency lane, why is it true that it is not reserved for normal circulation? Because this emergency lane is reserved for emergency purpose. For example, let's say in case of accident, maybe the healthcare people, they are coming in emergency to quickly rescue maybe the people that are involved in that accident. So they will have this lane to use without going, through all this kind of traffic jam. Now, the same thing with police people, you understand? The same thing with firefighters. So this lane, emergency lane, is reserved for them to be able to, quickly assess that point where they need to assess in terms of emergency, in this type of road. For example, there are some situations where maybe you don't have the emergency lane. For example, this emergency lane is supposed to be here, but in this case, you are not having it, you understand? And the lane or the space that is reserved here, it is not sufficient to allow the passage of vehicle. So what is this place telling us? It is telling us, if you happen to be this vehicle, please quickly make sure you move from this is the right or line of the lane, and this one is the left line of the lane. So it's telling you, move from this right part of the lane to the left part of this lane in order to create space for this vehicle, this emergency vehicle, to be able to pass through. So therefore, that is why we can go ahead to say this question is vero, because in the absence of emergency lane, those vehicles that are, occupying this, the first lane, have the duty to move to the left part of the lane in order to create space or passage for those emergency vehicles that are in emergency to quickly carry out their duties. So the answer to this question, in caso di ingorgo su strada extraurbana principale o autostrada, se la corsia di emergenza manca o non è sufficiente alla circolazione dei veicoli di polizia o di soccorso, il conducente del veicolo che occupa la prima corsia di destra deve disporsi il più vicino possibile alla striscia di sinistra. The answer is vero. So I want to thank you for your time. Mr. Victor, you said number 4. What is number 4? You don't understand number 4, or you weren't here when we explained number 4. Please be very fast before I leave. So I want to appreciate you for your time, because without you, I don't think I would have been here talking to myself. So, Mr. Victor, I'm still waiting for your response so that I know what to do. If it is true that you weren't here, you can go back to, listen to number 4. But if there is something you don't understand in that number 4, okay, you said you do not understand. So in that case, I can go back to number 4. But if it is because you weren't here, I think you can just go ahead and listen to it again. But for the fact that you don't understand, let me go back and, explain it. Number 4 said, durante la guida, si devono usare gli occhiali da vista o le lenti a contatto soltanto in caso di scarsa visibilità. Now, when you want to do your exam, you'll be asked to go and do what is called visitor medical. This visitor medical is where the doctor, assess your sight, you understand, to know if you're having sight problem or not. So there are some people who are having sight problem, you understand, maybe long sight or short sight, as the case may be. So what the doctor do is this: they will, prescribe a particular lens for you, you understand, when you are, in this kind of situation. So this lens is provided for you to use anytime you want to drive. It's not true that it's only, when you are having poor visibility. Poor visibility, for example, is referring to maybe when you are in a sharp corner, when you are having a fog, you understand, like for example, nebbia fita, which is fog, or maybe visibility is poor. No, that is not true. Whether visibility is poor or visibility is high, you are supposed to use your, the lens that, the doctor prescribed for you anytime you want to drive. So that is why the answer to number 4 is FASO. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you for your time. And please don't forget, should in case anybody call you telling you that to send him or her a link or a PIN code from your phone, please, that is not me. I can never ask you to send you a PIN code, send me a PIN code from your phone. So please be very careful. Do not fall in victim of those people who are losing their WhatsApp due to sending link to people who they don't know. So thank you for today. See you some other time. And remember, you can join our Zoom tutorial every Monday, Tuesday, and every Thursday. Remember, you have a 2 days free tutorial, to do that. And if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me through this number. So my name is Frank. Like I said, have a wonderful day. See you some other time. Bye-bye.